What's up, Smith Squad? Oh my gosh, we are back with another video. So guys, we just been getting a lot of new subscribers and we thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. We are a new couple on YouTube. So since we are getting some new subscribers, you just kind of want to give you guys some details about us so you can get to know us. You guys are following our journey, but y'all really don't know who we are. Y'all really don't know much about us. So I go by Carter, and this is my husband Nick. And a couple weeks ago, we just kind of asked you guys for some questions, general questions that you want to know about us. So we're going to be answering some questions today and just kind of, you know, chilling with you guys. We have a goal of 50 subscribers by the end of February, and we're at 45 right now. So we are just so blessed to have you guys following our journey with us. So we're super excited. Is there something you want to say, babe?
If you ain't got nothing to do, watch our vids. Why not?
You know what he said. All right, so we're gonna kind of jump into this. So if you guys see me looking down, it's because I have notes of the questions that I've been asked. So the first question was, how did we meet? You want to answer that, babe?
Oh, it's kind of funny. I moved to Nashville in 2014, and somebody at my college told me about an app called Plenty of Fish, and they have been meeting quite a few girls off here. So I said, hey, why not? I ain't got nobody. I'm lonely. So.
Was you lonely though, for real?
I had no girlfriends up here.
Oh, okay.
She was just me and 4 corners.
Okay.
So, I created my little account on POF, browsing, and, you know, I ain't really see too much of nothing I was really interested in. And then another day goes by, I go on it, and bam, there she is. At that point, that was the most beautiful girl I had ever seen.
Oh, babe.
On this planet. I would have never forgave myself had I not even said, hey, how you doing? Hello, whatever. I would settle for being your goddamn friend. So I shot my shot. We ended up just becoming friends, and that was how we met. She ended up actually calling me. I called her while she was at work. She didn't think I was gonna call her that quick. Shoot, it may seem thirsty, but hey, if you got one and she beautiful to you and she loyal and she all these things, man, you better call her on day one or somebody else is.
That's right. So just to keep it short and sweet, we met on Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish is a online dating app. A few years ago, it was okay, you know, to do the online dating, but you just kind of had to just, you know, be careful. So we did talk for a few weeks before we even met up. But long story short, we met on Plenty of Fish, an online dating app. Next question is, how old are we? So I am 33 years old and I am a Libra, and
I'm 29, and it's all about them Virgos.
It's about the Libras, y'all. Team Libra.
And if you didn't hear that, she's, how old are you again?
I'm 33 years old.
I'm 29. I got a cougar. So you might be watching the Wildlife Channel.
Oh my gosh, whatever. While we are at it, stop what you're doing right now. I mean, right now. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also give us a thumbs up if you're feeling us so far.
You forgetting something.
What?
Hit that bell on the side so you'll get a notification when we do post.
Oh yeah, like follow our journey. Like, how can you not? Like, we lit over here. So right now, just do it. What? We lit over here. Okay, so take you a minute and go ahead and do that. We'll give you a minute. All right, so we're back now that you guys have hit the subscribe button and thumbs up and the bell, so that you know when we are getting you guys another video. So the next question is, where are you guys from? Where you from, babe?
901 Black Haven Zone.
901, 305, something, look alive.
Hey, you can't say that. You from Memphis.
Oh, my family's from Memphis. That's home for me too. That's home for me too. But you guys, I'm from the 615. I am from Nashville. Good old country Nashville, okay?
You know, ain't nothing country about
Nashville is known for country, but yeah. I'm from Nashville, okay?
I ain't proper light skin.
Whatever. Next question is, how long have we been married?
We've been married for 3 years, strong.
Yep.
Keep going. So, you know, it's been a very informative and beautiful journey for 3 years.
Agreed.
And still got a lifetime to go.
Yeah.
So
So we got married on October 10th of 2015. So yeah, that is 4 days after my birthday. My birthday is October 6th. So 10/10/15 was a beautiful, amazing, unforgettable day for us.
yeah, it truly was.
Okay. Next question is, how long have you guys been TTCing? Trying to conceive. We have been trying to conceive for
About 4 years.
no, it's gonna be 3 years in April. It'll be 3 years in April. I really don't count the time that we tried before we got married, because it was kind of like unofficial. Like, it was official for us once we said I do, and it was, you know, husband and wife. So for those of you that are joining our new channel, in 2016 of April, we found out that we were pregnant. It was totally just, it came as a shock.
Out of the blue.
Yeah, out of the blue. We had stopped trying, so it was out of the blue. So once we did find out that we were pregnant, we were super excited. This was like on the Thursday night we found out, and by Saturday it was completely just tragic, and things ended and was going so fast. I had an ectopic pregnancy, and that is when the pretty much the egg or the baby is stuck in my tube. So it's a tubal pregnancy, and there's not any way to still go ahead with the pregnancy. So we had to terminate the pregnancy. We thought long and hard, and we really didn't want to do it, but it was either my life or the baby's life that still really didn't stand a chance. We still kind of feel like we should have waited a little while longer, prayed a little bit longer, and just waited to see what could have happened. But for a few days they couldn't find the heartbeat, and my HCG levels was going up, but they still couldn't find the heartbeat. So they decided to go ahead and end the pregnancy. So ever since then, like maybe like 2 times after that, we had a miscarriage, or like a chemical pregnancy, but after that we kind of just chilled out for a little while to process everything that was going on. So we really just last year started aggressively, like just trying our best to have a baby, get pregnant. We've tried some different procedures, some different medications, and you know, when you go to your OBGYN, they start you off with certain things, and then if that doesn't work, then they go ahead and refer you to a fertility specialist. And so that's what we did. Let's see, what was the other question? So the other question was, what procedures have we tried, or what medications have we tried? So when we started going to the OBGYN, she had us try to trick my body by getting back on birth control, which I didn't do it. I didn't want to be on no birth control. I had been on birth control for years, and I just didn't want to go through that. So I just decided I wasn't going to do that. And so when we went back to see her, she gave me Clomid. We took 3 rounds of Clomid. It helped me ovulate, but it didn't work as far as, I guess, the trick of the body to get you pregnant. And so she transferred me to a fertility specialist, and so we've done Femera a couple rounds, the Overdrill shot, along with the IUI process. And so we've done IUI process for 2 times, and the doctor wants to do 1 more, but we're kind of just chilling out on that right now. We're just gonna chill on those procedures for a while and just, you know.
And to anybody who is going through this process, I do encourage you to do this procedure or this process in waves, because if you let it, it will rob your marriage of the innocence that it has.
I agree.
Don't get me wrong, trying to have a baby is a really beautiful thing, but you have to also remember you entered this marriage without a baby. It was just you and the person you said I do to. And at the end of the day, it's still gonna be just you too.
I agree.
So you do have to remember that you have a responsibility to who you're married to, and this process can rob you of the happiness that you two shared on the day you said I do. So I do encourage you to do this in waves. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks to get yourself mentally and emotionally back on track so you can withstand whatever God's plan is for you on this journey. Also, to the husbands or boyfriends, anybody that's pretty much wanting to be a father, there is no family without that woman right there. So if you were like me in that situation of having to choose between waiting to see if the pregnancy comes full circle or choosing your wife's life, you better choose her. There's no risk, there's no reward in this without her. So, you know, that's just my little 2 cents.
All right. So another question is, whenever we do get pregnant, what is the gender? What gender do we want? And you already know it's team baby girl, baby Carter over here. Team Carter, baby girl Carter all day.
I'm gonna have a smoke to that.
So you agree or you don't agree?
Hell no. You spoiled, she gonna be spoiled, and I'm gonna be a sucker for her.
It's team baby girl all day. Nick, it's gonna get a girl. We're gonna get a girl.
Nah, I need a junior. I need another one of me running around here to make sure that nobody try to touch upon his mama.
That's gonna be another kid. So it's gonna be 2 baby kids. Nick is a whole kid when it comes to playing with kids, but he loves the kids, and that's one of the things that I absolutely love about him. And he's gonna be an incredible, amazing father.
Don't forget, give yourself some credit. You're gonna be a great mother too, right?
Thank you, babe. Thank you. Like, whenever it happens, and I believe it's going to happen soon in the name of Jesus. I believe it's going to happen for us this year, and we are believing God for this blessing this year. But yeah, we're going to be great parents. We've been waiting for so long for this blessing to come to us, and so, like, it's going to mean the world to us. Like, I can't even imagine how I'm going to feel the day that I see a pregnancy test and it says positive and it just be confirmed.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I ain't going to work. I'm buying all the beer at the gas station. I'm calling all my friends. I'm not paying no bills.
Oh, no, we going to work and we paying the bills, okay? It's a celebration. We can celebrate on the weekend.
Man, forget that. You know how hard and how much stress? Can't touch me on that day.
We can celebrate on the weekend, okay? But definitely it will be a celebration because all of our friends and our family know, you know, the journey that we've been on and for how long and how many just tears and sweat and just everything that we've went through to try to, you know, make this journey successful. Our next question is, this is kind of a tough question, but it's, how do you feel that your friends that started their TTC journey has achieved pregnancy and you guys are still trying?
I am extremely happy. And if any of our friends are watching, I'm extremely happy because at the end of the day, I've learned that in friendship, man, real friends that are in competition with you, it being first is a thing, and you don't really want friends that's in competition with you. Mm-hmm. It's not about who's first. It's not about who's last. It's about ultimately, do we get to this dream together?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm extremely happy for my friends. You know, it couldn't have happened to better people. Bakari, Chelsea, Caitlin, Boyd.
I don't think we're supposed to tell right now, but
Oh well, what else? But we're happy for everybody. It's just one of those things to where you know it's just it's something to be enjoyable about because I'm gonna be in those kids' lives, and I'm gonna love them like they're my own. I'm gonna treat them like they're my own. Uncle Nick love the kids.
Yeah.
So we're extremely happy. We just know that our turn is coming, whenever that turn may be. Ultimately, when you're born, you don't get to choose the journey God set out for you. So, salute to every parent, future parent that's our friends, and people that have become parents. We in your corner. Uncle Nick's always there. TT's always there. So
Well, just for me, to piggyback off of Nick, like when it has happened, because we have went through that, the process has been bittersweet. I'm gonna keep it as transparent as possible. It's been very bittersweet. When you start this journey with your friends together, and you have those moments where you're talking and you're like, oh, I can't wait for us to be parents. Our kids gonna play together, or we're trying this month, or the doctor said to do this month, and we're hopeful. And then your friends say, hey, we made it, we're pregnant, and you're just like, oh, well, congrats. But it's like, damn, like, especially if you've been trying longer than them, it's bittersweet. And it doesn't mean that you're not happy for your friends, because you're rejoicing with them, you're happy, and you're celebrating this new baby that's about to come into the world. But in the back of your mind, you're still like, when is it our turn? When will we be able to get that positive pregnancy test? When will we be able to share with the world that we're becoming pregnant or parents? Like, especially when you go along with the journey, other people's journey of them being pregnant. You see the baby bump and the ultrasound pictures. It's very bittersweet. But I just want to let people know that if you do have friends that you've been on this journey with, it's okay to feel. It's okay to be happy for somebody, but feel those feelings that you have deep inside. It's okay to feel those feelings. It doesn't mean that you're any less happy for your friends, but it's a journey, it's a process, and this process comes with hurt feelings, sad feelings, depression, and also happiness. Like, it comes along with the journey. So don't beat yourself up if you feel that way. And one of the things with our friends, that we were on the journey with them, and they achieved pregnancy, which we were ecstatic about it. And one of the things that I admire more about them is that they allowed us to go on this journey with them. We were just right there with them, and I appreciate that so much, because it prepares us for parenthood, when it's our turn, or when God says, okay, Smiths, it's y'all's turn. I'm gonna give you this blessing right now. And I will want nothing more. We will want nothing more but them to be on the journey with us, and our kids grow up as cousins, or best friends, whatever the relationships leads the kids to. I just I want that same thing. That's the special thing about being on a journey with friends, is because at the end of the day, like, we're both, as couples, are going to get to the finish line. It just, sometimes other people get there before you. But my thing is just, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel, period. But I know that I had a hard time with it. I struggled with it for a lot. A lot of times I struggled with it, but with prayer and communication, to let your friends know, like, hey, I feel this way, but I'm still happy for you. I'm still here. Whatever you need. Like, most people are like, how can you plan a baby shower, for your friends, and you feel like sad, or you feel depressed, and it's just like, it's not about that. It's about celebrating this baby. I love this baby. This baby has not even come into the world yet. I love this child's parents, and I know one day I'm gonna get there. And so you celebrate that child, you celebrate those parents, and you just believe God, and you have faith. that your time will come. And that's one of the things about this journey is our faith has been tested so many times, and so many times that we've wanted to just give up, so many times that we've saw a pregnancy test and we cried together, we've cried alone, we've dealt with our feelings. So I see a lot of people on YouTube that do live pregnancy tests, and you probably won't see that with us because whenever it says no, it's a process for us. It's a process, and that process is for days, maybe even weeks sometime, where we have to find a way to deal with that and, just deal with it and accept the outcome of it. So, with that being said, like, this journey is not easy, but that's going to make a greater testimony for us. I can't speak for other people, but with these last 3 years of this journey, being on journeys with other people, once they have, achieved conception and have their children, and we're still like waiting for God to bless us, that's gonna make our testimony so amazing. How, we still waited. We still thank God in advance. We still, trust God through the process, all the no's, all the not yes, all the delays. But at the end of the day, we know that it's not a denial. We know that God has this for us. He's done it before, and he'll do it again for us. And so we're just waiting, and we're staying positive. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you get those negative feelings. You are Debbie Downers, and sometimes you're just like, you know what, forget it, I give up. But God always pulls us back and finish the journey, finish the race. And so we keep going. So we want to encourage all of you out there that's trying to conceive, that's going through something, be encouraged and keep trying, don't give up. And that it's okay to feel how you feel through the journey. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say this. For me, for this process, I usually listen to a couple of motivational speakers. You may know of some. One of the guy's name is Inky Johnson. On one of his videos, he made a statement: "Can you still say yes even when God says no?" And everybody has their moment where you fully submit, you give yourself to God, and all these blessings fall, and then that one situation comes along, and that energy you had when everything was good is no longer there. And that's kind of how I felt about this procedure. All the blessings have been coming: my marriage, my wife, the good job, all these different things, and the baby is the only thing I was lacking. But that's a bad word. I wouldn't say I was lacking, but the baby was the only thing I didn't have. So Inky Johnson said that a lot of us should ask ourselves the question: can you say yes? Can you still say yes to God like you did in that moment, even when he says no? That no doesn't mean that it's a denial, but it means that it may not be right now.
It's a delay.
Or I may have something better for you. It may not seem like it now, but I promise you, it's better down the road for you. So, the journey is very, 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 very tough. But I encourage you to stand fast by your promise to God, because if God promises you something, that settles it. So, don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on God. Let the pain be your friend. If you're going through pain, why not get something for it? So, that's just my 2 cents about it.
So yeah, it's a wrap, guys. If you guys have any other questions that you want to ask us, we're happy and open to answering them. Hopefully this gives you guys an idea of who we are behind or outside of our TTC journey. If you like this video, then give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Help us get to our 50 subscribers if you're new, and look forward to more videos with us. Again, we thank you guys for following our journey. We love you guys, and have a good night.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell on the side, be down for that ride.
Hey, bye guys.
If it wasn't there, I would love to re-propose. So, baby, you know how much I love you. We've been together for a long time. You made me the happiest man on earth. You are truly a diamond to me. And I would love to host you again. Diamond Noel Henry, would you be my wife? Would you marry me?
Go ahead and get them carrots.
Now you can wear it right.
All carrots, no lettuce over there.
Now, Lottie knows.
Justin, y'all,
Love it.
You ready for the podcast?
One. I need it.
You gotta put your hand up. We can sit a ring down.